Yeah. What is up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I do music. Today we are checking out the DRECT, D-R-E-C-T module for the Synergy amp system. Based, of course, on a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. I forget which revision. That's okay. It wasn't really all that important to me. I was not a rectifier aficionado by any means. I thought I wanted one when I was like late teens, early 20s because I was like, oh my god, the gain! And then I got like a little bit smarter about amps, just a little bit, not much. I'm still kind of a dum-dum, but I realized pretty early on that they can be kind of flubby without a boost and a little unruly, and yeah, they can be different too, like from model to model, even if it's the same revision, same year, same parts. So I never got me a dual rectifier, but I always kind of liked like that sound, like the kind of Linkin Park sort of thing, that kind of 2000s nu metal thing when it was done right, when you had a good dual rectifier and a good setup and a good boost hitting it. Speaking of boosts, I was cheating on that intro a little bit. I had my JHS Bonsai on in the TS-808 mode. So I've taken that out so you can hear, well, we'll get there. They're kind of flabby and flubby without a boost, but they love boosts. But yeah, never a big rectifier aficionado. When they released this, though, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use that sound a ton, but it would be nice to have in the studio, particularly as like kind of a background padding guitar sort of thing when you do the sort of, and you just need a guitar to like purr behind things. So yeah, I got one, and it's kind of fun. So like a lot of the newer Synergy modules, it's two identical channels. So as we do with those modules, I'm going to zero out the bottom channel because it's less work and less finagling around the camera and whatnot. So we're just going to focus on the top channel. They are identical. We've got gain, and then we've got a red and orange switch corresponding to the red and orange channels on the original amplifier, bass, middle, treble, and presence. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set those all at noon, except the presence is off because on real amplifiers, on actual heads where the presence is in the power amp, what are you doing here? The presence is additive, so all the way down is neutral, and then you just add presence. You're not taking away. It's not a passive control like a tone control. So this is what in orange mode, well, let's talk about the signal chain. Ibanez S7320, my 7-string, with the Crunch Lab Liquefier John Petrucci pickups. Board is bypassed, but we will definitely be using some boosts, and you will see why right now. It's just really dark, and I guess this is just a thing with rectifiers. And I'll go to the red channel, which is the higher gain mode. So right away, we're going to bring in that presence. So we got some life into it, and we can mess with the EQ further. It's still a little woolly. We take out some bass. Apparently, a lot of people would run the bass all the way off on a rectifier. That's manageable. I'm going to bring it a little bit. Go back to the orange mode so you can hear that gain at noon still. So we get more sizzle out of the red channel. Let's crank the presence up to 3 o'clock. Now we're coming alive. If I bring the bass back in, it just overpowers. So yeah, we're going to leave it at about 9 o'clock, just shy. and it's just kind of loose. So we're going to hit it with a boost. We're going to hit it with that JHS Bonsai, which is the Tube Screamer, and we have it in 808 mode. Volume all the way up, drive all the way down. Tone is right at 3 o'clock there. And now we go from off to on. Now we're getting some aggression out of it. We can probably back the gain off a little bit too. Bring in some treble. And that's, from what I understand, sort of the rectifier thing. It's just this really saturated, fizzy kind of thing. And that was the sound of a lot of 90s and 2000s metal, man. Mess with the mids. Hang on, let me get a different guitar. I've always wanted to do this. Okay, so this is my 2003, if I'm reading the serial number right, Iceman. I picked it up at a pawn shop for like $250, I think, like 13, 14 years ago. I just always wanted an Iceman, and I don't know what pickups are in it. I replaced the pots because they were dead when I got it, and the frets are like super low, like this thing has been played. But it's my my fooling around with other tunings guitar, and right now it's in C sharp, and I've always wanted to do this. I never got those harmonics down right though. Yeah, it does the thing. We'll stick with this guitar for now, just because it's fun, and you haven't seen it on camera until now. So yeah, that's the rectifier. I mean, it does the thing. It does the rectifier sound to me was always when you played that drop tuning power chord and you added 2 frets up. So I guess it's an add 9. That thing. That's the rectifier thing. And we do have the orange channel, like I mentioned earlier. It's just lower gain. But you get it for the red channel. Now I'm going to compare hitting it with an older Tube Screamer boost versus the Precision Drive, which is much more modern, tight, and bright and attacky and genty, I guess, if you want. So here's well, here it is without a boost. The 808. And then the precision drive. You can get away with more gain that way, actually, too. So yeah, if you've got a DRECT, don't be afraid to add a bunch of treble and presence to get that fizzy sort of thing. Like I said, if you back it down, it just gets woolly, man. It needs to be bright to sound like a rectifier. So I don't know if it sounds exactly like a rectifier. I don't tend to go for that sort of, it needs to sound exactly like the, it sounds close enough, man. It sounds in the neighborhood. It sounds like its cousin. It sounds like the records I grew up listening to as an angsty teenager doing the, like, come on, man, it sounds great. You just kind of have to know how to punch it in the face with a boost. And once you do that, it's all just groovy, man. That's what kids say, right? Groovy? Gucci? Skibbity? I don't even know. It's words, man. Nonsense. So yeah, that's the DRECT. It's a pretty simple walkthrough for this one. It's straightforward. It does a sound, and it does the sound well, I think. So thanks for checking it out. Hope to see you in the next video, or I probably won't see you. You'll see me. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I've got some more gear videos coming after this, so stay tuned. Subscribe. I think I said that. Subscribe. Subscribe. You should subscribe. Consider subscribing. Please subscribe. If you liked it. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye. Just angsty music.